Now, your Doppler 10 weather forecast.
All right, well, the Drought Monitor today came in. Now, this is last week's Drought Monitor, and you can see that we have extreme to severe drought across much of the area. But a couple weeks ago, we did get that rain, and it did help out some of our southern counties with the drought. But overall, it's still very dry across the area. And the change we saw today, this extreme drought, is starting to build again. And you'll notice that that has increased across San Patricio County. So it's dry. There's no other way to put it. I mean, we haven't had rain in May officially at the airport, and we're an inch and almost a quarter below average for May. And for the year, we are approaching 5 inches below average. We're at 4.7 below. So the lakes are still dropping. And unfortunately, this number here is the one we often look at, the combined total for Lake Corpus Christi and Choke Canyons at 46%. And when that gets to 40%, that's when we start the stage 1 water restrictions in Corpus Christi. Now, last year, May was a lot different. You know, last year we didn't have any 90-degree days in May, and we had 10 inches of rain. So this year, dry and hot so far, and I don't see much of a change in that. So here are the weather headlines. We've got hot, dry, and windy days as we head through the weekend and even into much of next week. If you're heading to the beach to stay cool, we still have a moderate rip current risk in the next few days, so be careful in the water. And then another thing is you might want to just sit out and enjoy a total lunar eclipse Sunday evening. I'll have information coming up on that. Okay. Temperatures right now in the 80s to low 90s. Hebronville at 93 right now. Pretty hot out there. 86 at Corpus Christi to Rockport, 83, but a nice breeze blowing and partly cloudy skies. You know, with the dew points that have come down, or the humidity levels have dropped a little bit, so tonight's still going to be fairly comfortable. We're looking at lows in the mid to upper 60s in our inland areas tonight, including Corpus Christi down to 68 degrees. So that'll feel pretty nice. At the coast in the low to mid 70s. And then tomorrow, because of the lower humidity, the heat index, the feels like temperature, that's this number you're looking at here. Notice it doesn't get much past the mid 90s tomorrow. So that's good. Although air temperatures, I do think will peak at about 92 degrees in Corpus Christi tomorrow. It is going to be well above the average of 87. So we're going to be hot with nearing 90 at Sinton, 93 Robstown, 92 Kingsville, and coastside in the 80s tomorrow. So the humidity too, though, is still going to be fairly low tomorrow. You can see that we're staying in those 60, mid-60s dew points the next few days. Good news there. The humidity doesn't spike until next week. It starts to come up. The wind's going to increase next Monday and Tuesday, and that's going to start bringing that humidity back up. But for now, we're getting a little bit of a break. All right, the beach tomorrow looks great. We'll have afternoon sunshine, quite a bit of sunshine tomorrow actually, and 10 to 15 mile-an-hour winds. We do have a moderate rip current risk. And as far as the tide times, that high tide, 12:38 tomorrow afternoon. All right, there really isn't much change in the weather pattern. Until I see something, I'll let you know about it. But at this point, as we go into next week, for the next 10 days or so, it still looks above average on temperatures, and I don't see any meaningful rain in the forecast. I'll keep watching, and hopefully we'll get some changes soon. In the meantime, you can enjoy this Sunday evening. We have a full moon. It's the flower moon, the full moon of May. Moon will start coming up at 8 o'clock in the evening, and then we are going to see the Earth's shadow casting a shadow on the moon. You know, we have the sunlight that hits the face of the moon that we see. Well, what's going to happen is the Earth's going to get in the way, and that is going to cause it to eclipse. That total eclipse Sunday night will be from 10:30 until 11:53. We are going to get into the darkest part of Earth's shadow. So what will happen is the moon will start to turn a very dark reddish color as we get into totality from 10:30 until 11:53. So if you go out, you'll see that eerie looking moon, and that is the total eclipse Sunday night. All right, here's your 7-day forecast. Breezy to windy days, not quite as humid though, a little bit of an improvement there, but see these temperatures? Those could break records Saturday and Sunday, 94 to 95 degrees. Humidity starts to climb next week as the wind picks up a little more and temperatures stay hot.